With us in the studio today is Dave Zaleski for the Lesson on Weather. Dave, welcome.
Thanks much, Matt.
A little background on Dave. If you've ever taken an ASA virtual test prep ground school course, you'll be familiar with Dave's charm and expertise. Now, he has a degree in communications and broadcast meteorology from Mississippi State. Dave also brings a unique perspective to the table. Not only is he an accomplished pilot, a commercial pilot, by the way, with extensive owner-operator experience in the real world of aviation, he's also a very seasoned, pun intended, meteorologist.
You saying I'm old?
Well,
He's
for
saying
the
I'm
NBC affiliate in Portland, Oregon. Now, he's been a weather anchor there for News Channel 8 for more than 21 years, bringing Oregonians the weather forecast they either expect, rain most of the time, or really appreciate warm and sunny days. Well, be that as it may, while the rest of the country believes it always rains in Oregon, real Oregonians know that the Pacific Northwest weather is actually quite unpredictable.
True.
And is challenging for both meteorologists and pilots alike. Dave loves aviation and how the weather impacts each flight, and it will come out in his answers to our questions. Dave, again, welcome.
Thanks, Matt.
With us in the studio today is Ross Neer. Now, Ross is going to help provide some insight on this lesson on departure. Ross, welcome to the Test Prep Studio.
Hey, thank you, Matt. I'm glad to be here.
Appreciate it. Now, don't mistake Ross's quiet demeanor for being anything other than accomplished and consummate aviator. Not only is he a current, up-to-date Part 91 corporate pilot, he's also earned his medal as an air traffic controller while serving his country overseas in the U.S. Air Force. So he understands and appreciates both the pilot's perspective and the controller's point of view. In addition to his commercial pilot rating, Ross is a skilled CFII with more than 3,000 hours under his belt. But wait, there is more. When he's not flying the Astrojet, he's a team member of dedicated aviation professionals in the development, support, and strategic marketing of electronic flight bag solutions for pilots. These EFBs provide cockpit organization, electronic charts, in-cockpit weather, and situational awareness to pilots flying everything from large jets to GA pilots flying beach bonanzas. These EFBs are manufactured by Stenbach and Everson Incorporated under the Flight Prep Chart Case brand. Ross, welcome once again, and thank you for your service to our country. With us in our studio today is an expert on aircraft approach, arrival, and aircraft icing, Tim Conroy. Tim, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, besides being an experienced instrument flight instructor, Tim has spent the better part of 22 years as an airline pilot flying a variety of Boeing jets for American Airlines. He's a graduate of Portland State University and has served in the Navy. Now, with more than 21,000 hours in a large variety of aircraft, Tim holds an ATP rating and is a flight instructor. He's now CEO of RAC Aviation Services, LLC. And his significant experience certainly makes him exceedingly qualified to cover such diverse topics as aircraft icing, as we mentioned, the approach procedures, and sound aircraft operation. With us in the studio today is Roger Stenbach. Now, Roger will relay some information on regulations and procedures. Roger, welcome to the studio.
Great to be here.
A little on Roger's background. He is CEO of Stenbach Communications Incorporated and the executive producer of the virtual test prep ground school video courses produced for ASA. Now, one of these courses includes this instrument pilot course, which you're currently studying. Roger's aviation experience goes back more than 30 years. Now, in addition to his CFII rating, with more than 5,000 hours logged, he's also chief instructor for the Flight Instructor Refresher course for FERC for ASA. He's instructed thousands of students with his video ground school courses, and of course these courses include the private pilot airplane, helicopter, instrument pilot, commercial pilot, and flight instructor ratings. He's also earned his Juris Doctor degree as a complement to his aviation avocation. Roger, again, welcome to the studio. We are extremely pleased to have Steve Kastner in the studio with us today. Now, Dr. Kastner is a research scientist at NASA Ames Research Center in California. He has an airline transport pilot certificate with type ratings in the Boeing 737 and the Cessna Citation. He is also a Gold Seal certified flight instructor. Now, for the past 15 years, Steve has been involved in researching the way pilots learn to use advanced cockpit systems, such as GPS, moving maps, and autopilots, that sort of thing, and how these systems can affect pilot awareness, workload, and the types of errors that pilots make. Now, we are very pleased this morning to have Tom Horn with us in the studio. Tom is a prolific writer and an avid pilot
with an affinity for understanding the workings of weather. He has more than 4,000 hours of experience in some 200 different airplanes. He has an ATP and flight instructor certificate and more than 2,000 magazine articles and numerous journalism awards to his credit. He's written on the subject of aviation weather regularly for over 20 years, including his book, Flying America's Weather. Tom has written for AOPA Pilot magazine for more than 25 years and is a regular presenter at trade shows across the country. Tom, welcome and thanks for being here. We are very pleased to have Barry Schiff with us in the studio today. Let me give you a little background on Barry. He has more than 27,000 hours of flying and more than 300 different aircraft. He has received worldwide recognition for a wide range of accomplishments, including being an airline transport pilot at the age of 21. He's earned nearly every FAA category, class, and instructor rating. And during his 34-year career with Trans World Airlines, he flew everything from the Lockheed Constellation to the Boeing 747, and he was check captain on the Boeing 767. Captain Schiff holds 5 world speed records and has received numerous honors for his many contributions to aviation safety. An award-winning journalist and author, he's well known to flying audiences worldwide for his numerous books and almost 1,400 published articles. These credentials have not diminished his passion for flying light aircraft, however, which he has used to span oceans and continents. Now, he continues to investigate and report to the aviation community various aspects of proficiency and safety and remains a vigorous and outspoken advocate for general aviation. Barry, welcome.